Hi, Cancer. This is your tarot for the month of March for all Cancer signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And obviously, if you're a Moon or a Venus, then I'm talking more about your sensitivity and your unconscious depth, your subconscious coming forward in general. And if we're more of a Sun Cancer or an ascending or rising Cancer, I'm talking more about the core of yourself. Now, I'm getting action. First off, I'm getting know thyself. I'm getting know thyself because there's some kind of death going on. And that, like the scorpionic energy. What I mean by that is like a rebirth. Some part of you is dying and letting go, and a new rebirth is coming forward. But I'm getting action, passion, action, possibly even aggression coming forward. Know thyself, know thy real self, touching base on your inner emotional security, which makes sense. I mean, doing the astrology, I know that the North Node or Rahu is in your sign, and it only has a very short amount of time left before it moves into your 12th house. And the North Node or Rahu is teaching you everything you need to know about moving forward. And it's speaking to your self-awareness, your personality, your character, your view of life, your appearance. And it's running out of time for trying to teach you whatever it is it's been trying to teach you before it slips into Gemini, which will be your 12th house. So this is really about communication with yourself, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, your higher education, soulfully, spiritually, social foundations by tapping into your real self. And the more you're getting really right with that, a whole lot less hard, Gemini. I mean, a whole lot less hard it's going to be for you as Rahu or the North Node slides through your 12th house. I do see some self-judgment. I do see some pride, blame. But I feel like you're coming into awareness of it within who you are. Also, in some cases where you feel like that's an inheritance, something you've picked up like through the family line. I am feeling, trying way too hard to be perfect, holding on to burdens, and that might have to do with your honor and reputation within the outer community or dealing with the outer community because of authority and responsibilities. But I really feel like this is, if you're tapping in and you've been doing your work, this is a rebirthing time. But it's really about, don't be obsessing on your burdens or trying to be too perfect, because that will only make things worse. Let's see. Dragons are coming out for you. I am starting to pick up some third eye energy right now. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up some third eye energy right now. So you might be working with that 9th house, coming into, really tapping into more of your spiritual truths, your psychic endeavors, your dreams, morals, ethics, visions, intuition. Maybe the burden is not knowing how to control that, or fear of that. This is the dragon deck. don't know. Let's see where the cards take us. Tell me about the Cancer sign. What is the platform for the Cancer sign, or for all Cancers? What is the platform? What is the central energy for Cancer? The first two that came out is White Gold Dragon of Valeria. Connects you with your highest Christ light, your highest source energy. Developing your chakra, your higher chakras. Bathe in the ninth dimensional Christ energy. And for those of you who are not Catholic, I would say look at that more like source energy. Earth, Fire, Dragon. Okay, also, I was getting, when I walked in, and I forgot all about it. When I walked in, I was getting Helichrysum. This is the second time. I don't remember who else this came up for. But Helichrysum, for me, also deals with, like, what I would consider with soul loss. So this is retrieving parts of the soul that you thought you've lost, which could be part of that third eye energy. I'm very much getting ringing in my ears. Or maybe it's just in my head. I'm trying to figure out, because if it's in my ear, it's in my left ear, which is saying to trust in the psychic energy, trust in that spiritual conversation, even though it's just a ringing and you may not understand what that means, but you are getting some form of a download, some form of a guidance, but your soul understands it even if you don't, and it's telling you to trust in that. So whatever it is you're feeling, trust in. It's a higher ascended energy that's giving you help in one form. But this is still coming back to where it's bothering my neck. So I'm really feeling like this is still trying way too hard to be perfect. Holding way too hard to the burdens. Fear, anxiety, doubt. Allowing it to stress you out. Holding on to the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I could have done that. I should have done that. What if I did this? What if I would have said that? I coulda, I shoulda, I woulda. And when we hold on to the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, that makes everything just a whole lot worse. And I'm sorry, Mr. Buddy. My kitty cat's down here, and I just kind of hit him with my foot. But when you hold on to the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and the anxiety and the doubt and the grief, sorrow, shame, and the blame of all of that, that's the heart and the head not getting along, because the head's too busy thinking it knows what's right and starting to cause problems. I'm sorry, I'm just going with where I'm going, where I'm feeling like I'm supposed to be going. Because I'm definitely tapping into needing communication. It might be outwardly, it might be just with yourself. Earth and Fire Dragon works with you to clear that fifth dimensional ley lines. Might be exactly what we're talking about. It is time for service. When you give, you receive. And the first one is develop those higher chakras and bathe in the ninth dimensional light. I feel like this is about maturing spiritually, soulfully, trusting the vision. Golden crusted dragon brings you higher love, so that you can embody that Christ light, absorb that Christ light. You are protected, expand your heart, and remain in the fifth dimensional energy. I feel like this is opening your heart, opening to trust, opening to faith, opening to the psychic energy, spiritual truth. But I really feel like it's of yourself, not of anybody else. Let me check something. Because I mean, that would make sense as far as the awareness of you goes before it goes back into Gemini. But most of the energies in astrology are going through that 7th house all the way up to that that 11th house. So this is finding your place within these relationships. Your place within these relationships and knowing your worth and your value within them. Tell me about Cancer for the month of March. Tell me about Cancer for the month of March. Empowerment. Okay, empowerment. But she's one with everything. I mean, that speaks so much about the spiritual energy, but at the same time, she's kind of looking over her shoulder like, what? When did all that happen? As she's illuminating. So it's kind of a little bit, it feels like a shock and an awe, but at the same time, completely at one. Tell me about Cancer. What's the platform for Cancer? No, that's because you're telling me this one's backwards. What's the platform for Cancer? The central energy for Cancer for the month of March. Thank you. Amplify your positive emotions. Laughter. This is all higher dimensional energies. Amplify your positive emotions. Laughter. This is enjoyment of life. Enjoyment of who you are. Being part of who you are with that acceptance. This is definitely vibrating in my hands. So this is definitely all about you coming back to yourself. Like I said, I was getting helichrysum, soul retrieving. This is accepting oneself, loving oneself, honoring yourself, and then also being able to do it within the relationships, the partnerships, the rules, the boundaries of them. Okay, I can tell that you got too many all at one spot. I need to shuffle. Because I'm not taking like 9 cards. I mean, it feels very much like very beautiful energy. It's just will you allow it? This is a fresh approach, a brand new beginning, something new, viewing it from new eyes, from new visions. They're 3D. I mean, not 3D. Third eye. Rising out of the 3D. Crown energy opening. Hope and happiness coming your way. I mean, look. Trying to put them how they came out. It's looking from one side of the glass to the other, to the central, and down into the actual central. This is seeing you from a whole new aspect, a whole new true, authentic, round, pure wholeness. I'm not following my normal way of doing them this time around. It's just not feeling like what I'm supposed to be doing. Shamanic Healing deck. Just following the cards and letting them tell me. Because it seems like through all the ones I've been doing this time around, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So it's just best to listen to them. Tell me what we need to know for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know to move forward throughout the month of March? What does Cancer need to know to move forward throughout the month of March? First thing out is sexual energy. And I've been saying since 2020 started that we're dealing with filling in the cracks of our sexual energy, of that sacral chakra, how we feel about ourselves. That's when we look in the mirror, we feel good, our creative expression, our inner emotional security. Where do we lose those things, and how do we, reestablish it? It's like a foundation of a house, and if the house, its foundation is not good, then the house starts to fall into the ground. So we're keeping the vessel itself from cracking, from falling into the ground. We're filling in its cracks. Inner sexuality. How do you feel about yourself? Your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem, your self-talk, your inner emotional security, your creative expression. Really getting to the depths of who and what you are on a soulful level, spiritual level, overcoming your insecurities. Really trusting and tapping into you. Sexuality is about, like I said, is about that. It can be about sex too, but I feel the sexual energy is more of the sacral chakra. Feminine energy, being able to be creative in it, rebirth in it, be fertile in it. Nope, you're the one that got warm. Can you give me any clarification on these last two cards? Can you give me any clarification on these last two cards? Any clarification from these last two cards? Clarification on the feminine and sexual energy. Thank you. Thank you. It's telling you to make a wish. Make a wish. I also see these as divine energy. So this is being divinely guided. But this is make a wish because there's an ideal course of action for you to take. You're just not seeing it yet. But it's all going to be based on that intuitive energy, that fertile creative energy, a creative expression, but it's all going to be coming from how you feel about yourself. Is the lilac fire dragon. And it's stating to you, it transmutates through the power of the divine love And that divine love must start with your love for yourself. Opening up to the transcendent love of the enlightenment. Purity of the heart brings peace, happiness, and joy. Tell me more. Because all I hear is, tell me more, tell me more. So apparently that's the question I'm meant to ask right now. Tell me more. For Cancer. Tell me more for Cancer for the month of March. Please. Tell me more for Cancer for the month of March. Nope. Tell me more for Cancer for the month of March. All right, let me check these first. The very first thing out was Capricorn. This is my own personal deck, so I can't show it to you other than how it is because I created it and I haven't made it so I can put it out for sale yet. Period. Capricorn, this speaks to you of structure. It speaks to you of creating rules, caution, discipline, authority. This could also be developing those spiritual skills better. Strong foundations. Return on its investments. I also call Capricorn an information Rolodex. Like, they just know a little bit of everything somehow. But they're also that universal 10th house where the honor, the reputation, the prestige, the financial and social success happens. So this is telling you take your time, structure it, create it, get the discipline. It is you don't do anything without the return on the investment. And for a Capricorn, that would be learning. That would be learning, and that would be the knowledge so that you can get what it is you're going for. Then you're getting the mem. The mem is coming up for everybody that this deck comes out for. The mem is the waters. Like the fountain. I don't want to say the fountain of youth. It would be the fountain of the higher and the lower waters in Hebrew. And the higher waters is all about, 5D and higher, spiritual, divine energy. And the lower waters would be ego and three-dimensional consciousness. Not being able, you can't be in both waters. It's asking you to rise into the waters of the super consciousness. The power of the one, the power of the love. It's the fountain of wisdom is what comes out. So this is about the building blocks of grounding yourself in that fountain of wisdom as you are maturing and growing. Because you are being given Neptune, which is giving you the magic to create. But it all depends what you're creating as to what waters you're swimming in. Bringing you back to that. How well was that foundation? How well was that energy? Are you swimming in the higher emotion, higher? I'm hearing devotion, and that's what's messing me up. Because higher dimensional waters is what I was saying, but I keep hearing devotion. Where's your devotion? I guess to yourself in this ascension process, because if you're in those higher waters, then you're coming closer to the oneness, closer to true spirituality, true self, true acceptance, versus ego and the lower dimension. Because whatever it is, it's Cancer. We're bringing it right back to you, and this is what you nurture in. Are you nurturing the higher waters or the lower? all of this is simply based on you. Make a wish, take a chance, move forward, fresh approach, hope and happiness, empowerment. You know, all of this is definitely coming to you, taking a new leap forward. Period. A whole new leap forward. Is there anything special that we need to know about the relationships for Cancer? Is there anything special, you know, that we need to know, or Cancers need to know about relationships this month? Up close and personal relationships. What are up close and personal relationships? Anything that you care about. Any relationships that are up close and personal enough to be something you care about. Friends, family, loved one, children. Could be working environment. It all depends on what your life is. So, what is important for Cancers to know about what is up close and personal for the month of March? Up close and personal for the month of March. I'll show you the ones that came out in just a minute. Let's start with that. First thing out is Taurus. You can be very stubborn and inflexible. But Taurus is also bullheaded and unstoppable. It's also patient as hell when it wants to be. This is the thing. It's stubborn and inflexible. And it's bullheaded, which means it can be bullheaded for all the right reasons or bullheaded for all the wrong reasons. But Taurus likes its luxury. Taurus wants, you know, why can't I just have heaven here on earth? Why can't I just have the luxury and all the good things? I like the luxury. I like the good things. It's endlessly patient and reliable when it comes down to having to be responsible. But it can be bullheaded for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. But it's coming out teamed up with Ceres. Ceres is karma, the threefold. She is the exchange of the flow of energy. And what this is saying is in the relationships, as I just asked, for up close and personal, threefold, that Taurus energy coming back at you. What you put out is what you're going to get back. So if that bullheadedness is going out of you, stubborn and flexible, then you're going to have stubborn and inflexible coming back. If you're being patient and you're dealing with things, it should be coming back. But what you're also having here is the Gimel. This is Hebrew. I know you don't understand this stuff. This is why I haven't made it to where it's bringing it out to the world yet. This is the punishment and the reward. You have to understand, every day you were given the opportunity to see every day as a positive or a negative. Every day you are. Every day you choose whether your life is punishment or a reward. You can be stubborn and inflexible for all the right reasons or all the wrong reasons. Taurus is also reliable, full of strength. It's a fixed sign. It's patient. It's very sexual, very sensual. It loves luxury. There's always two sides to every sign. Threefold is coming back at you. And what do you believe in? The punishment or the reward? Oh, you're too nice. I need this deck. Give me one last thing to clarify that. This is a moment of teaching you what you want in these relationships. And are you manifesting what you want, or are you not learning it yet? Tree of life, as above, so below. I love you guys. Bye.